My name's Richard Mason. I used to work at Warner Brothers Studios for a career, and I'm very happy to be here. My whole career was not acting, it was working, just working and being there. And I was very, I don't want to brag, but I was very knowledgeable about movies, all the studio movies, not just Warner Brothers. It was my hobby. You know, some people, the kids were playing baseball and stuff. I was wanting to see a movie. I was taking some very important people around. That was another thing I loved about my job. I got to meet generals and admirals and astronauts. I had worked at Warner Brothers as a kid actor. I'd been there before, but not as a regular employee. And I just applied. Jerry Bachrach was the name of the lady who was personnel director. And I just went in, and I remember this much. I remember this fact. She looked at me and she said, "Do you want to be an actor?" And I said, no, I'm not interested in acting. I just want to be there. And I got the job because they were tired of getting young people who wanted to be actors because they weren't dependable to do the job. All they do is want to run around and chase after a director or producer and beg for a job as an actor instead of doing their work. The movie stars are fine. I met them all. I met Clark Gable, I met Marlon Brando and Barbra Streisand and all the rest of it. They all worked at Warner Brothers. I was interested in the directors, the men who made the movies. The advice I would say is, the only thing I could say is, and this is just my own personal feeling about it, and others might not agree with this at all, but you should go in there wanting one job. You don't want to go in there saying, oh, I would like to be a photographer, or I like to be a writer or an actor, or I want to build sets and stuff. That's stupid because they're all different unions. You got to go in with one idea. I want to be a director of photography, period. And you didn't worry about art direction and acting and writing and set construction. You wanted that one area. If I could only use one word, I was thrilled at the opportunity to be at the studio and work with so many great artists and be able to stand around and watch them do their work